Greetings, salutations, YouTube. Eddie here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be presenting my Welcome Back 2021 book haul. So, and I'm not saying Welcome Back to 2021. I'm saying Welcome Back book haul 2021 version, because I did a title like this back in 2017. And I'm saying Welcome Back because, as you guys know, I took a break from YouTube and whatever and social media. And it's gotten a little bit better, I'm not going to lie, my mental health wise. But I'll talk about why I took my break and what I've been doing on my break. Basically, I just read a bunch of books, watched a bunch of films and shows and whatever. So, I'll talk about that in a separate video. But let's just get right into the book haul that I accumulated over the couple weeks that I've been gone. Well, not a couple weeks, it's almost like a month's worth of. And also, I've been fighting kind of a cold, so let's just move on from that. Well, I'm gonna have to let me turn down my studio light real quick. Okay, there we go. First things first is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is the first book of a new series from her. As you guys know, Victoria Aveyard is one of my favorite authors. I love Red Queen. It's one of my favorite books. Just because I just really like the Silver Blood and the Red Blood sort of lore within that series. I really can't wait to get into this one. This is like a Six of Crows kind of thing. It's like, yeah, Squire, an immortal, an assassin, an old sorceress, a pirate's daughter. The heroes are gone, but the fight to save the world has only just begun. And I heard this is actually a pretty fun, fast read. And it's fast because the font is like literally ginormous. But, you know, that's kind of exciting. And this cover is outstanding. So I'm hoping I can get into this one. I don't know if it'll be this year or maybe next year. I don't know. So then the next one that I have is Stephanie Garber's Legendary. This is the second book of the Caraval series. I have Caraval right back here. I haven't read it yet. This one was like $10 for a hardcover when it's originally $19. So might as well just get it, you know. And I think this is like a night circusy kind of thing. Like there's a fair or something like that. I'm not going to read the plot of this one because I'll spoil myself for Caraval. But out of the two covers that I have of Caraval and Legendary, this one wins because this one's just so cool. And yeah, because there's like magic and fantasy stuff in here. Yeah, they do have Finale, the third book, at my Fred Meyer's down the street. So I might just get that just so that I have the trilogy so I can just binge read it. Okay, so then the next two books are actually the last two books of this series. And that is Before the Devil Breaks You and The King of Crows, both by Libba Bray. These are books 3 and 4 of the Diviners series. So Before the Devil Breaks You, I keep saying the devil made me do it because of the Conjuring film that just came out. But, you know, this is nothing like the Conjuring at all. Not to my knowledge, at least. And then The King of Crows is obviously the final book, but I think there's a character in here that's referenced as the King of Crows. So this is like a historical supernatural series. Now that I have all 4 books, I'm really excited to binge read them. These ones are kind of big, so I'm kind of nervous, but also I've been told that this is Libba Bray's best series to date from a lot of people that I trust. So then the next 3 books are by Marie Lu, and this one is Sky Hunter. This one is her newest book, or newer book. This is a dystopian sci-fi kind of thing where it's like these mutants, I almost said demons, I'm sorry, these mutants named ghosts that have like ravaged the land, and there are these people named Strikers. I'm gonna be honest, the plot doesn't really, the blurb doesn't sound all that original to me, but it's Marie Lu. I trust her take on the dystopian world in like both The Young Elites and Legend is extraordinary. So I'm really hoping that Sky Hunter will be one that I will thoroughly enjoy. And it's also really not that long as well. The title's on the spine. When I got this book, I got mad because it's a little damaged on the back. Like it's kind of crinkled there, but that's okay. And then you take off the jacket. This beautiful purple ombre feel it's amazing. I don't like Steel Striker's cover. I don't like how the girl looks on it. It just looks like a really, in my opinion, a really bad Photoshop project. Last 2 Marie Lu novels that I have, you guys could probably take a guess. That's Warcross and Wildcard. I'm literally halfway through Warcross, and this is like a sci-fi Ready Player One bounty hunter kind of thing. And I will share my thoughts of Warcross when I get done with it on Goodreads. I'm excited to finish this duology and share my thoughts on them. Out of the two covers that I have here, I think Wildcard's my favorite. Next one is a debut novel, and that's Blood Heir by Mile Wenjiao. I'm confident that I said these last two names right. I don't know if I said her first name right. So if I pronounced it wrong, I sincerely apologize. So, anyways, this is a young adult fantasy trilogy. It says a princess with a deadly gift, a con man with no past and no future, an empire spiraling into chaos. It's time to choose a side. I think this is a Russian fantasy too. This is a signed copy as well. Right there. So I'm really excited for this book. And then the last two books in this pile are both by Karen M. McMinnis, and you guys know how much I love One of Us is Lying and how much I really enjoy One of Us is Next. And so I got her other two books. So I have Two Can Keep a Secret and The Cousins. Two Can Keep a Secret takes place in a little town named Echo Ridge. The town is picture perfect, but it's hiding secrets, and before school even begins, someone declares open season on homecoming, promising to make it as dangerous as it was 5 years ago. So, 5 years ago, a homecoming queen put the town on the map when she was killed. And yet, our main character moves there. So, okay. But I'm excited to... I started a little bit of it. I'm really not that far into it, so I can't make a definite, rating yet, obviously. But I'm really excited. It's really not that long, also. Cousins, this one right here. This one is... Millie, Aubrey, and Jonah are cousins, but they barely know each other, and they never met their grandmother. Disinherited their parents before they were born, so when they each receive a letter inviting them to work at her resort for the summer, they're surprised and curious. It's like I'm guessing it's like a fantasy island kind of thing. It feels like it to me. But I'm really, really, really looking forward to this one. This is not my favorite cover from her. I'll just say that real quick. I definitely prefer One of Us is Lying back cover, but, it says here on the back, families keep the best secrets, even from each other. And she has a new book coming out called You'll Be the Death of Me, and I'm so excited for that one. Pile number 2. So this one is a sequel to one of my favorite books, and that is The Last Life of Prince Alistair, the second book of the Prosper Redding and conclusion to that series. I'm not the biggest fan of the Darkest Mind series, as you guys know. I gave her a second chance with Prosper Redding, and I really enjoyed Prosper Redding. Now I have the sequel. Now I'm excited. It's kind of chunky, too. Next is another sequel to a book that I have yet to read. That is Mr. Impossible by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the second book of the Dreamer series, and this is the sequel to, what's the first one called? Call Down the Hawk. And this one follows Ronan Lynch from the Raven Cycle. And I don't know the plot of this one. I don't even know the plot of Call Down the Hawk. All I just saw was Maggie Stiefvater, Ronan Lynch, and I'm good to go, to be honest with you. And this one is like another One of Us is Lying kind of thing. This is They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman. This one is a murder mystery. I don't know the plot exactly. It's just a murder mystery, whatever. And it's super thin as well. I repurchased Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. So this is a young adult fantasy kind of thing. This is another twisted take on Wizard of Oz, in which Dorothy has become evil. And our main character, Amy Gum, she is tasked to, remove the Tin Wood Man's heart, steal the Scarecrow's brain, take the Lion's courage, and then Dorothy Must Die. I really loved this when I first read it. But I was really disappointed with The Wicked Will Rise. I think it's because my expectations for The Wicked Will Rise, that's a hard title to say, was so high that I was sorely angry that I did not like it. So I'm really... I don't know if I'll reread the series this year. Maybe I'll read it next year. All I have to get is The End of Oz, which is book 4, so... After that, I could probably start the series again. The Suicide House. This is a murder mystery yet again. I'm maybe on a trend right now. I'm not sure. This is A Chilly Murder in a Prestigious Prep School is at the heart of this riveting novel, featuring forensic reconstructionist Rory Moore and her psychologist partner, Lane Phillips. Speaking of murder mysteries, the next one that I have here is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. This was recently turned into a film on Netflix, which I did watch, and I'll talk about that. But this is like a Rear Window, Girl on the Train kind of thing. She's a psychologist. She has a fear of going outside, and across the street she sees a murder. Supposedly she sees a murder, but she can't prove it because she doesn't know if it was real or not. And this book was endorsed by Stephen King himself. He says, "The Woman in the Window is one of those rare books that really is unputdownable. The writing is smooth and often remarkable. The way Finn plays off this totally original story against the background of film noir is both delightful and chilling." Stephen King himself. If Stephen King endorses a book, it has to be good, right? So then the last 4 books of this haul. They are repurchases of books that I already have, but this one is the 10th anniversary edition of Divergent by Veronica Roth. So I have all 4 books with their new covers. I'll show them really quickly. So here's Divergent. It has a quote inside. It has, "We believe in ordinary acts of bravery and the courage that drives one person to stand up for another." And this includes the histories of the factions, and there's an essay in here called "What's in a Name?" So it says right there. Woo! Insurgent, which actually may be my favorite of the 4. And this one, obviously there's the faction list down there. And this one has, "If you want the truth, you have to demand it." And this one includes a deleted scene of Triss and Tobias' breakup, the roots of amity, marking the Divergent, and Triss's Marudite hallucination. And there's Amity in the background right there as well. And then here's Allegiant, which is my least favorite of the covers. And this one, the quote inside is, "We don't know what's happened out there since they put us here, or how many generations have died. Since they did, we could be the last people left." And this one has a Q&A with Veronica Roth about Caleb, Joanna, Amity, and the faction list. And then here's 4. Which I don't like the fact that Triss is on here. I wish it was just 4. But whatever. This one includes, "How is it possible to live the same story twice from different vantage points?" And this one includes, "Tobias tells the story, tells the Divergent story, we could be mended." Now, I read We Could Be Mended when it was released, and I thought it was not good at all. Although I still love the Divergent series, Allegiant's my favorite of the trilogy. Anyways, that's my Welcome Back 2021 book haul. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts of these books and also of the new Divergent covers. And for more content, the subscribe button is right over there. And I'll see everyone soon in my next video. And thank you so much for being patient with me. Deuces.